Hey everybody, it's SuzyQue and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's SuzyQue. Hey everybody, it's SuzyQue and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's SuzyQue. Hey everybody, it's SuzyQue and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's SuzyQue. Hey everybody, it's SuzyQue. Hey everybody, it's SuzyQue. Nah nah, hey everybody, it's SuzyQue, so come along with me. Said I'm SuzyQue.
Wow, I love that. I love that. I love that my daughter did that for me. How is everybody this beautiful Super Bowl Sunday? Daniel, good evening, everybody. One fish. I think I said hi to everybody in the fish room. I miss the south. Oh, it's snowing there. Ooh, sorry, Candy. Ooh. I guess you guys were on a chat before. Fish room fever. Let's see here. So, how is everybody today? Hey, Pam. Pam's in the house. So, I made sure I turned off that drip, drip, drip. And I think this is what it is. Let's see. Yep, that's what it is. The Backwoods Serpentarium channel. Hello. I had to make sure that I said it right. I don't know as I've seen you before. The Backwoods Serpentarium channel. Welcome. Welcome to Sunday night stream. Everybody's saying hi. It's funny. Before we started, I was on YouTube going through the chat, and it's real easy to stay on top of the chat when that's all you're doing. But uh-oh. Donald's Fish Vibes. Super Bowl Sunday. Go! Yes, it did start. No drip. Good, good, good. People are saying hi, Donald. Hey, Chevy. Chevy. Row, punchy. Okay, this is awesome. So today I wanted to talk about, and I wasn't sure if this would work out, but first, before we start, because it's going to be a story time, and when it's a story time, I can't keep up on the chat. So first, I want to show off the goldfish tank. I think this is it. There we go. It's awfully bright, but I think you get it. Maybe if I turn it down a little bit. Now it's awfully blue and even more glare. Oh, I'll turn the light back on. So this is how the goldfish tank is doing, and I'm really loving it. Hey, Dee. I do have my black moor that is in quarantine right now. And when I'm sure that there is absolutely nothing going on, I'll bring her back up here. Ah, Scott and Liz are here and lurking. Thank you. This is one long ad. Be there in a bit. Oh, Dee, thank you so much for watching the ad. I really appreciate that kind of support. If you guys didn't know, when you watch the full ad, I actually get credit for that. I get paid if somebody just watches the ad and doesn't skip it. So thank you. It's a great way to support your channels that have been monetized. I make sure all the videos that I watch, if there's ads, I watch them. It's like my way. And then there's Funk. Where's Mr. Funk? Here we go. I love story time. Can I get some hot cocoa too? Story time. That's right. Story time. It's a nice looking goldfish. Thank you. And before we start with my story time, now we're going to look at my saltwater tank. Is that my camera? Here we go. There is something going on down below in the pump area. I think it's pumping up too much air. You see those air bubbles blowing out? But if anybody hasn't seen yet, my honey got me a lobster, and he is sitting inside this tank. He comes out at night when all the fish are sleeping, and I actually get a baster and feed him special, so he definitely gets fed. Definitely gets fed. But he doesn't like to come out when everybody's out and about, because as pointed out, he could be somebody's, lunch, especially that trigger and the coral hoggrass. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. So those are my channel is growing. It's because you won the accent challenge. Oh, Blackie accent. There are some great advertisements on YouTube. Q Aquatics Travel. Oh, there you go. I like that. The Lobster of Love. That's right. Well, Daniel, not everyone has a shot. I tried. I wanted to go pull my hair back, go shirtless, and be Blackie, and John put a nix on that. So I was gonna do Blackie and do him really well with a cigarette hanging out of my mouth. Oh, I was gonna do, but no. John said, nope, I have to put a shirt on. So I said, well, if I'm gonna put a shirt on, I'm not gonna do it. Raise the water level in your sump. It's already dangerously high. That's what I'm afraid of. I wish I could show you. It's dangerously high. As if the electricity went out, my sump would flow over. So I can't raise it much higher. But that's a good suggestion. The pump is catching air. Not sure what that is about. You're not the first to say it, though. Suzy, what'd you say? Suzy already won the funk imitation contest. Oh my God, that was so much fun. That was so much fun. So what I wanted to do, what are we talking about? John is wise. Yeah, don't tell him that. Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that. All right. I didn't see anything last week, Daniel, fish keeping. I'm sure D can fix it. And then the Subaru commercial. So I have a story time. So if you have seen, I'm going to sit back. I'm going to get comfy. I'm going to sit back here and you tell me if you can hear me. Can you still hear me from way back here? I'm going to wait to see because I know there's a couple second delay. So I'll just look at my goldfish. Sometimes this calico goldfish just floats upside down. I think it's hysterical. Hands down, Liz. D bans me every other week. Yikes. Bring me up front. Good evening. Hi, Frank. Hey, Suzy. Oh, Supreme Gecko's in the house. I'm glad you stopped in, Supreme. I love your channel. I can't wait for more. Me too, Danielle, because you had 10 minutes to do it and nailed. Oh, I did. That 10 minutes seemed to go a very long time, though. Very long time. So I'm going to sit back here again. Oh, we can hear you. Thank you. Okay. That's how slow my my lag is on this. So I think I might switch back and forth between fish tanks. We'll do the salt water first. Hear you great. Awesome. Let's see if this works. Okay. How's that? So here's my story time. The reason I say story time is because I've been starting to watch TikTok. If you guys haven't downloaded TikTok yet, let me tell you, don't run as fast as you can. Don't even go down that rabbit hole. Don't go down that wormhole, let me tell you. Ay, ay, ay. But anyway, they do story time. Since I can remember, I've always kept pictures. I love pictures. I feel like it captures something that can't ever be replaced. I've always had like all our hard copy photographs in a box near the door in case of fire, grab this box. That's how much I love my pictures. And I guess it was around, I am swimming with the fish. And I guess it was around 2002, I started going digital with my pictures. No big deal. As my computer, I think my laptop was definitely I don't even remember what kind it was, a Toshiba, I think, laptop. And I had stored them on there, and then I got an external USB, and of course, pictures don't take up a whole lot of space. So I was able to save all my pictures, and I constantly put it on like a PowerPoint loop so that I could watch all my pictures and talk about pictures and look at Christmas pictures from years past and just all the different holidays and family gatherings. And I just love the pictures. And I'm not a big landscape picture taker, but every once in a while, like there would be an amazing sky, grabbed it on film, someone was going through, everybody could be like, ooh, ah. That was me. 2002 till about 2018. Now, somewhere in there, I switched over from Toshiba to Apple products. My first MacBook Pro, which I was able to upload all my photos from Toshiba, and I called it the Toshiba file, and got another USB disk. And I kept these pictures on these storage devices. And I have them organized. I have them organized by year. So it's like 2002, all the pictures, 2003, all the pictures, all the way up to 2018 when I started filming for YouTube. This is where I ran into all my issues. Very quickly, to the point of I thought I was going to pull my hair out. My phone was full. The cloud was full, and I had like 2 terabytes of space in the cloud. My computer was so full that I couldn't even update an app because everything was so full. I didn't know how to fix it, what I was doing wrong. So the first thing I did is I went to the Apple Store. Lo and behold, they have classes. They have classes for iMovie. They have classes for iCloud. They have free classes that you can take to learn about what it is and what it isn't, which was very enlightening for me because I thought the cloud was a place where I could put all my photos to save space. I could access it from other things and get it off my laptop. Well, I was wrong. It doesn't really save a whole lot of space. I mean, it might save a small amount, a gig or two, but when you're talking about a couple terabytes of footage, it doesn't save any space, and it was still just as bad. And I found out by watching different YouTube videos that because I was filming in 4K, that was the bulk of my problem there. Files were way too large and there was no need. Most people aren't watching my videos in 4K anyway. So I started filming in 1080p. I also learned that the iCloud was not a storage device. It's not a storage device to free up computer. It's basically a utility that you can use so that if you take a picture on your phone, you can see it on your laptop, your iPad, or whatever. You swoosh it up to the TV, woohoo. Which I'm sure has its place, but when you're talking about shooting video now, keep in mind, I've kept every picture I've ever taken since 2002. I was keeping all my footage, all my B-rolls, and everything was blocked. So they helped me show me a couple different tricks that helped save a little time. I was uploading my photos into iMovie, and they said there was no need to upload into iMovie. That was doubling my storage. That was doubling the picture, doubling the footage, doubling the video. So I could just link it to my photos. Fine. Then they showed me how to put my photo app actually on the USB drive to keep my, keep my computer clearer. So at least I could still upload my apps and stuff. Hold on. Goldfish time. Oh wow, that's a whole lot of SuzyQue. There we go. So, is this getting boring? Tell me, guys. Be honest. Just tell me if it's too much, and I'll stop talking. But anyway, until you tell me, and there's a lag, so I won't even see it. I'm going to keep talking. So that saved a little bit of space, but still everything was storage was full. I'd go back to the Apple store many times trying to find out how to get it. So then I finally got a USB storage device that held like 4 terabyte. Okay. So I'm going to download from the cloud, because as long as the stuff was up in the iCloud, it was clogging up everything. That took, I want to say 6 solid weekends of 6 to 8 hours. It was crazy because I couldn't highlight a bunch of pictures and move them here and then delete them. I literally had to select each one. There was no, like, Apple made it very hard, very, very hard. So I eventually moved everything into a USB storage device by year. And I think and it was real easy in 2002, and I went all the way down through 2018. And this is where it got hard. I no longer storing my stuff by year. I'm storing my stuff by either 3 folders: reptiles, saltwater, or freshwater. And once you go into freshwater, then was it my ambunas? Was it my Oscars? Was it my guppies? Was it and I started specifying what it was. Or the reptiles was geckos, and then subfolders for crested geckos or leopard geckos, and so on, and American fat tails, and so on. So now I had a whole different filing system in the cloud that was harder and harder to download. So finally, long story, even longer, I got all the pictures out of the cloud. Oh my gosh, holy cow, that was hard. Got them all off the cloud and onto this storage device. So that was good. But now, as I'm editing, it was real hard for me to grab the photos, because if I was on my phone versus on the laptop, I no longer had ease of grabbing them. Okay. Very quickly, things went wrong, and then I couldn't use the USB. I don't know if you remember, it was probably about 6-7 weeks ago. I lost everything. I was like, I can't keep doing this. It's more frustration than anything when you go to edit a video or upload a video and your stuff isn't there. So I started researching what's a better way. I mean, I could have 3 or 4 thumb drives. Okay, like, and if you didn't have that thumb drive, I couldn't get to my iPhotos, which means I couldn't put them into my iMovie. So it just kept going and going. It was going really bad. So I saw there was an option out there for like your own server. And this is what has been my solution. This was, remember, it was horrible. I mean, I literally cried. It was horrible. And retrieving stuff was just hard. And I tried moving folders over and reorganizing, which means all that work I did here, I had to do again, because when I moved them over to thumb drive, they didn't keep the same format. They didn't keep the same structure. They didn't keep it's like, oh my gosh. So it's taken me a while to get it down to a system that I can actually use. So I had asked John if he could help get me, because this machine was like $400. It was very expensive, but through every time I bought one of these 2 terabytes, I don't know if you can see it, thumb drive, it was a couple $100. It was $100 for this one. I was like, and it's called an NAS Synology 4-bay system. It's like having my own personal cloud. I love it. I love it. So now I can have all my videos on here, and I don't have to save them elsewhere. So far, grab me a cup of coffee. I'll take a cup of coffee too, please. I take mine black. So now, as I was going over my last week's video, when I was talking about how I store everything per project now, and then I can save that project over to my NAS system and delete it off my computer. I can still access it anytime I want. Every footage and every B-roll that's in that movie is in that folder as well. And it's just making it so much easier. But this took me so long to get down to this. I can tell you there's probably 5 times I almost quit. 5 times I almost quit because I just couldn't do it, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. And I couldn't come up with the right words to ask people for help when they were like, well, what do you need help with? And I was just like, it was just so hard. And when, you know, when you say storage, they're like, oh, clear your cache, get a thumb drive, blah, blah, blah. Like, I had been down that road. It still wasn't working. So the things that worked for me, I stopped videotaping in 4K and only using 1080p. I still use the cloud because that organizes it by freshwater, saltwater, blah, blah, blah. But as I create my video, I take from there and move it into this folder for all my footage and B-roll in here, along with my songs and everything that's needed. So if I took that folder and went anywhere else, the whole video would work. I could recreate it, everything. And then I move it over to the cloud and I can delete it off my computer. So far, I have not had any issues. Yeah, I haven't had any issues since I started doing it this way. And I think it is working amazing for me. Now, I know not everybody can get an NAS system, a Synology system, but I was to the point where I had no choice. I'm going to go back to my salt water. Here we go. I was to the point where I was absolutely no choice. So that is my storage debacle, for lack of better words. I have never had so much angst as storage full. Storage full. Can't upload. Can't take a picture. I can't download pictures. I couldn't do anything. So now I have all my videos, all my pictures from 2002 to 2018 organized by year. I have folders set up over there so that it's got the geckos, it's got the skinks, whether it's a fire skink, a blue tongue skink, it's got my goldfish, it's got all my freshwater fish, all my saltwater fish, all the different tanks, family events. I feel like I don't know if I was doing something to make my life so difficult, or if everybody who's going through this, and maybe maybe not everybody hoards footage and hoards B-roll. But let me tell you how great it was listening to KG Tropicals when he was talking about being I forget what he called it, a B-roll hoarder. Yes, Fish Tropic, my sump is not running low. I don't know why it's blowing air bubbles. The sump is actually quite full. I've just recently put a sponge in front of the suck-in part of the sump in hopes that would stop. It has not stopped. This poor puffer gets covered in air bubbles all the time. I don't know how to fix it. I took the socks out, washed the socks. I think I have the wrong mesh on the socks. So instead of going through the socks, I think it's just flowing over and creating almost like a white cap, like you see in the ocean. I think that might be part of it. What did I miss? But yeah, it's very frustrating. I wish I could figure it out. So that's my story on storage. And I've missed the whole chat and everything. I want to have somebody say, okay, now catch me up. What did I miss? I don't think going live and doing story time is very helpful, huh? Because I missed all this. Okay, I'm starting at the bottom. At Q, is there a snail stuck in the intake or outtake? Not that I have seen. It has done this since I set it up. Now, when we was at John's apartment, it didn't do this. We set it up here. We have a new pump, and it's doing that. Might be a hole. It's interesting that you say that. I don't see any water anywhere, but the kids downstairs says the ceiling is wet. So when you say hole, maybe in a, I don't know. I don't know, but I would love to have somebody come look at my tank and tell me what I'm doing wrong with it. Maybe I'll do a straight up inside dive. But I know where it's flowing through. I wish I could show you through one sump. Maybe I can. It's all white bubbles from air bubbles. It's all in the sump, and then it flows over, and it's even more because it falls over like a little waterfall. I just got home and I went to the LFS. More dirt, one more tank. Ooh. It's picking up air though. Yes, it is picking up air somewhere. Oh yeah, my sump. And that's bizarre because it's, so you know in your sump where you have your red line that if the power goes out, it can't be really above it because then all the water it'll overflow. It's a little bit above that. And it's still doing this, so. Ceiling wet, that's not good at all. Yeah, he just told me that this morning and I haven't had time to look it up. See, but now this is causing me angst. I said angst. There's no air bubbles in this one. I think it has something to do actually with the pump. Could it possibly be the pump is too strong? I'm setting up a Shopify website. I don't know what that is. I need advice on how to set up the sales tax. Oh. I wish I knew. Yeah, the ceiling is bad. Are you able to show us? I am. I think I am. You guys want to see? It might be a little jiggly, okay? Let me go to the camera. Let me take me off. Are you guys ready? So, if I'll give it a second. So this is where the socks are here. Do you see how it's kind of just overflowing the socks? It goes into the next compartment. It almost like flows all over the top, and there's filled with white bubbles hitting the sump area. See all these bubbles here? You see I kind of jammed a sponge down there in hopes that would stop some of it, but it has not. I'm going to keep it down here while I look at the chat. Let me see who's Serenity. Suzy, Serenity, you got this. Take us to the sump. We're going down. I want you to look at your saltwater tank right now while we watch. Do it. I love it. Yeah, show us your sump. Take us on a tour, a 3-hour tour. I want to be Ginger. No, I want to be Marianne. Oh, it's picking subsurface tension bubbles. Ooh. Water where it shouldn't needs intermediate. The 3-hour tour? Yeah. Oh my god. I broke my water pump. Currently changing water with buckets. Oh, so sorry, Ginger. So, who is saying that? Fish Tropic. You're saying because of all these, all those bubbles, I can't even find it. Right there is why, correct? And they're coming over the top that way. Is it because the flow coming down is coming down way too fast? Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, I get so frustrated. But not enough to give up. Let's see here. give up. Well, let's see. Wait, I'll get something different. Let's see if we can see Sophie. Oh, there's just way too much. She's got too many toys in the way to see Sophie. Can you see Sophie? I can see them being picked up. Okay. So how do I stop those bubbles? Would you call them the sump? You called it something. Strong pump game. Your pumping is, yeah, it is strong. Do you have a protein skimmer? We did, but it's broken. I can show you. It's over here in lots of pieces. Would that help? Would a protein skimmer help? That's why the bubbles are shooting in and off. Oh my. Oh my. So that's my Sophie girl. She's inside, which is odd for her. Normally she's out and about playing. We had whales come up the river and get stuck a couple years back. Aww. Can you point the intake of the pump away from the bubbles more? Ooh, Zen. Let me see. Intake. Oh my gosh. Well, did for a minute. Hold on. Oh, where do you guys see this? You guys ready? I'm going to go nice and slow. Maybe not too slow. Oh, I thought I fixed it. It did for a couple seconds. I twisted it around so it's pointing that way, but there's not really a whole lot of room for me to twist it. See, because how large it is? Maybe this pump is just too big for this sump. Oh, I did try really hard. Let's see if I can. Oh my gosh. You guys can't look at my messy living room. Do not look. I forbid you to look. How's that? Did you guys look at my messy living room? Zen on point. Zen's on point. Let me see what Zen said. Pointed away. I love this crowd solving. Let me tell you. Hey at JH Aquatics. Is JH in the house? Hi JH. Awesome house tour. Even if she did slip up and show the bedroom, it's still awesome. I really like that. Maybe partially blocked. Snake it. Wait, it might need to clear all that air it sucked up. Worth a shot. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep, because it looks to be a lot lessened. See it? Maybe not. I wish there was a way to slow down the flow into the socks a little bit. Thank you, Roxana, for not looking at my dirty living room. I appreciate that. Turn the pump off and on. Oh. Oh, now we're going to get fancy, guys. How come I can't find the pump? What? Oh, hold on. Oh, that's the light. Okay. How come I can't find the pump? I agree, turn the pump off and on. Elizabeth, why are you a tad concerned? Maybe you should take us all downstairs to see the ceiling next. Oh, hell to the no. Let's see here. Oh, hell to the no. Okay, my sump is rising. Ooh, it's getting higher. It's getting hot in here. Oh, it's a nice slow flow. Okay, all those bubbles gotta stop. Guys, my sump is filling up pretty dang quick. Alright. I'm gonna go until we get a 1/4 inch from the top. Okay, it's slow. Is this like a computer thing? Do I have to wait 10 seconds before plugging it back in? Alright, I'm gonna plug it back in. Oh, look at all those bubbles. Oh my goodness. Did I do that? Did that actually help or did I make it 10 times worse? Look at the bleed. Oh my God, my fish tank is bleeding. What? You guys are awesome. For the record, you guys are awesome. Plug it back. Okay. So now that we've watched my fish tank bleed, my lovely lady la, my lovely lady la. Yeah. She got me backstage and look at a penguin exhibit. Oh, cool. Her sump, her lovely lady sump. I like that. Oh, tell me, see Maylene. Welcome. And yes, chords. The struggles are real. That's no lie. Does that look like got any better, guys? Just brought more zip ties today. Ooh. Yeah, you better look away, Miss Elizabeth. And do a half gainer. Oh my God, look at this guy. He's great. So while you're reading that, let's see how far we have. 20 minutes and 51 seconds to funk. To the funk. And zip ties. What's a project without zip ties, right? One fish, two fish, ROC. I think I say that in every one of my how-to videos. Do you have any pinholes? You like how it just keeps going away? Do you have any pinholes where the tube's running? I bet you where the pump and the tube and then there's that wire band, I might see a little bit of bubbles going on right there. Would that be what's causing it? Rename the stream My Lovely Lady Sump. My sump. My lovely lady sump. Hi, Michael Aquarium. I haven't seen you in quite the while. I hope you're doing well. I don't know what time of year it is where you're from, but I hope I think you had a goldfish pond, didn't you? Yep, there's the Funk Link. Oh, look at this. Long time no see. Everybody's saying hi to Michael. We haven't seen you in a while. This row is what I like. Rename the stream Lovely Lady Sump. Can you see or feel water? No, but I'm gonna turn this off and put it back on camera so I can climb over the back of the chair and look. And I'm not doing that on camera because I'm wearing my jammies. No, I do not see any water back here whatsoever. And here's where I think the water came from. Here's where I think the water came from. I was filling up this bucket, and then you know how you mix the salt in, and then, you know, I have my Python, and I might have splashed water everywhere. Might have. And then, you know, I mopped it up and everything. But I don't think that would be enough to drip through to get water on their drop ceiling. So in order for me to check, now keep in mind, they have an apartment downstairs. So they're like, I can't just go in their apartment. I got to wait for them to be home and for me to look, and then I'm going to take out the drop ceiling and see exactly where it's coming from. But he says it's coming right from this corner. But that could also be right outside this house. We have a bucket for rainwater. Unless, of course, that's not legal. Then I just have gutter issues, maybe. But I'm thinking if there was something on the outside of the house right there, would that go into the drop ceiling as well? Because remember, I had that problem a month ago with mice, and they sealed tight my house. Yeah, I don't even know if any of this is connected. But that's where I was going with it. Who do we got? Oh my gosh, tighten the connectors. The Funk liked Q's live stream from the beginning, anticipating greatness. Yeah. That's mostly where it is. Okay. I do not see or feel any water. So I'm a little slow here, JH. I gotcha. I gotcha. Q, always getting stongs stuck in my head. Good. Whether it's, hey everybody, it's SuzyQue, or my lovely lady sump. My sump. My lovely lady sump. Oh yeah. You know what? That metal band that goes around the tube, I think might need to be tightened. But I think the flow is just way too fast. I think the water should be going into the socks, hitting the bottom and coming out through the bottom. I don't think it's doing this. I think the socks, the mesh on the socks is way too tight. So let me know if you think that's a thing. Is that a thing? Aside from the bubbles, that wet ceiling means water's coming in from somewhere. It is 12:42 a.m. Ooh. Aquarium Cowboy says, howdy. I love it. I love it. I feel like getting in my car and coming over to figure out the leak and the air issues. Okay, Monica, I live in Pennsylvania. Come on. Come on, I'm going to turn the volume of the game on. Anybody want to come on down? Nice swerve. Madfish Diva's in the house, peeking in from the boring Super Bowl. But the commercials, it's all about the commercials. Are they any good? I'm doing my best not to, the game is right there. And I'm doing my best not to look up at any commercials or anything. Every once in a while I can see it's 10 up. What? How is that boring? It's tie. Don't look. The mouse did it. That's what I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking, that the mouse or the people that came in to help fix the mice did it. Rose says, I don't mind. Gonna be singing it randomly as my husband looks at me like I've lost my mind. He's 20 years older than me and not familiar with lovely lady sump. My sump. My sump. My lovely lady son. We got 14 minutes and 45 seconds to Mr. Funkadelic. Hey, is there a slight crack? Hey, can there be a slight crack at the top? At the top of what? At the top. At the top. At the top. I've seen something about that. I'm talking to you. I'm such a fish nerd. I totally forgot it was Super Bowl. Donald Fish 5 says, not boring. I can't imagine it's boring. It's 10 up. Micro bubbles are not good for saltwater fish. Oh. So I got to get this fixed tonight. JH didn't even know there was a Super Bowl today until somebody told me. Oh, night, Daniel. Everyone say good night to Daniel. Yes, it's a thing. Tight meshed socks. They clog easily and need cleaning sometimes every 3 days. Would that cause these micro bubbles though? And I'm thinking the micro bubbles are coming because they're spewing, the water's spewing over the socks instead of going through the socks. So it's not only has that micro waterfall over the socks, then over to the next area. Because by those socks is foam. It's all bubbly foam. I got the wrong socks. I think what we had are these big, thick wool cloth socks. These are like a nylon mesh. I don't think I got the right socks. Oh, this stream is fun. Yay! I'm glad you like it. Loving this while I'm cooking. D, you got to know that we need to know, what are you cooking? We need to know. Bluegill and Bass says hello. Hey, Bluegill and Bass. Unless you're a musician, then it's bluegill and bass. Night Shar. Shar's going to bed. 10 versus 10. Yep, I haven't been fishing because it's winter here and the ice is bad. Ugh, that's tough. I've been making snowboarding videos. Ooh, that sounds cold. Micro bubble should not even make it to your outtake. So I gotta tell you, it looks, let me put it on, it looks 100 times better, but it's not quite fixed. Oh, of course it doesn't look 100 times better there. When I'm looking at it in real life, it looks better. All right, I'm gonna work on this tonight after the live stream. I am absolutely. Who do you know that has salt tanks? Maybe you could call them while on the live stream. Like calling a hotline. I love it. Chicken stir fry. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. So now we have 11 minutes till we get our funk on. I should do a live stream on how to fix it. Way to go, Sandy. Hey, oh, wait, Sandy's in the house. Had friends for dinner and I made them watch Suzy live. Oh, great. Now they're going to know how crazy you are. Yay. Yes, it is all about the socks, JH. If something is feeding the air. Make sure. It is, and I kind of liked when I turned it off, and then you said there was a whole bunch of air bubbles coming out, and you said it's bleeding. Was I in a little lag, or that's what you meant when you said it's bleeding? When I turned it back on, and there was just filled with bubbles. They liked it. Oh, Sandy, that's awesome. Well, guess what I liked? I liked binge watching all your videos so far. So keep it up. I was going to say, cut it out. Keep it up, man. That's awesome. Will plecos eat asparagus? I won't, and there's some in the fridge. I'm pretty sure, who was it that did the plecos versus cucumbers, pleco versus watermelon, pleco versus, I think he did asparagus. Jeff Rose. I think he did do asparagus, but to me, asparagus smells. I mean, I love it. I'll eat it. But I can't imagine putting that in my tank. But I don't know. Timer for the next stream. That's right, 9 minutes and 13 seconds. But then it started shooting out again. It did. It did. Although when I look at it, it looks better. When I put the camera on it, it does not look better at all. It looks just as bad. See that right there? Ah. Hey, Select Pet. Rose says her plecos love asparagus. Love asparagus. Soggy Pits. Oh my gosh, check out this name. Soggy Pits. Does anyone know if you can keep koi with bluegills in a pond? Somebody else is going to have to answer that if they can. Soggy Pits, I love your name. Mine love asparagus more than zucchini or green beans. Awesome, C. Maylene. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Right now I have a little bit of air bubble issues. Jeff Rose. Thank you guys, Jeff Rose. It did bleed, but there is still air getting picked up, or it would have stopped. Yeah. I'm gonna tell John, and we're gonna get down on the ground, and we're gonna pull out those tubes and start all over again and see if we can see where the air is getting in. Soggy Pits. Not sure. Does anyone have the answer for Soggy Pits? Let me get his question again. Does anybody know anything about bluegills? Besides how to catch them while you're fishing, bluegill and bass, you would know. Does bluegills go with koi, or do you just eat bluegill? Interesting idea, Soggy Pits. I kept my kois with blue dolphins and bred many, so I guess you can. Look at Bob's back in the house. He had internet issues. I'm so glad you are back. So Danikin is saying he's got an answer for Soggy Pits. And I just love saying Soggy Pits. I would think you could koi our carpet, and there is carp in ponds. Big City Betta, what a great house tour you gave. Let me tell you, Amber, that was beautiful. And the pothos and the plants everywhere. This one is for Amber. Well, it's for everybody, anybody who wants to see. Are you ready? I'm going to show you my plant wall, if I can get there. I'm going to try not to spin too fast, guys. You see my wall of plants right there? Look at all those pothos, Amber. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Love it, love it, love it. So when you were doing your tour, gotta say, I loved your potho collection. I love your plant collection. I like the plants that you have going up each of the stairs. Love them, love them, love them. If I could have this whole house look like the rainforest, I would be thrilled. I would be absolutely thrilled. If the pond is big enough. Yeah, how big is your pond, Soggy Pits? OG Squad. OG Squad. I thought it might be their beautiful fish, but I think it would go well with the koi. 5 minutes to Funkadelic. Everyone's saying hi to Amber. Cracked line. Oh, me? Crack line? And here, crack line. Oh, thank you, Amber. Let me tell you, if I could have those kind of plants everywhere, I would in a heartbeat. And I would live in a nice, humid, 80-degree house. I would never have a problem with it. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. I would love it, love it, love it. And I too have quite the Pothos collection going on. I started mine about last year, but I never thought to source my Pothos from that hotel. What a great idea. I started playing the game. So thank you. Thank you, Suzy. My goal too, indoor forest. It's going to be amazing. Oh my gosh. I think so too, Bob. Fish Tropic was trying to help. Yes, Fish Tropic is trying to help. And I think we've got it narrowed down. Well, definitely narrowed down to that. There's air getting in my tank from somewhere. Probably in the... Could it be because the tube going from the pump into the tank is too large? Is that a possibility? It's good to hear, Michael. Sorry that you lost that one fish, though. Yeah. Soggy Pits has got 10 foot by 16 by 2 foot and 2.5 foot deep. 10 by 16. So that's about what, 22,000 gallons? Is that about right? Very cool. So we got 3 minutes and 33 seconds. We're all heading over to Funk's house. He's going to put on the rest of the Super Bowl party. I'll have to do an update once I've moved my palm and ficus trees in. Yes, please. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. That is one huge pond. My dining room and living room windows are filled up with plants designed by... Oh, designs by MLT on Insta. I love it. Damn spell check. Here's Lisa. Candy, I just want you to know I already hit the like button for Aquafunk too. I love it. I love it. Go big or go home. Yep. Oh, you are so funny, Lisa. That's a huge pond, son. Soggy. Candy is entirely accurate. Well, I don't even have to go back and see what she said. That's a pretty nice word, source. It is nice. It's a nice legal word, source. There's lots of places you can source the Pothos from. Boring Super Bowl. I fight it all the time, Donald. It's about 3,000 gallons. Oh, yeah. Yes, that's my HR language. Keeping it safe, keeping it on the up and up. Well, I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out, for so many things, for helping me, especially with my saltwater tank, and then listen to me drone on about my storage and my video storage and how I store my video, blah, blah, blah. I have Pothos growing out of my tanks. My Betta loves playing. Let's see, can we do this? Because we got 1 minute, and I'm going to send you off by looking at my Pothos over my goldfish. Just a little bitty Pothos growing there. Just started today. That's right. That's right. Is Tom in the house? Alisan in the house? Ooh, look at this. This is my Bucks County Aquarium Society Thursday Stingray Talk. I cannot wait. You guys are awesome. And get ready because you know what's coming next, right?
Hey everybody, it's SuzyQue and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's SuzyQue. Hey everybody, it's SuzyQue and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's SuzyQue. Hey everybody, it's SuzyQue and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's SuzyQue. Hey everybody, it's SuzyQue. Hey everybody, it's SuzyQue. Nah nah, hey everybody, it's SuzyQue, so come along with me. Said I'm SuzyQue.